If you're taking the LSAT in a couple weeks, this one's for you. Got a question here asking, my last 5 practice tests averaged 170, mainly getting -4 on LR and RC, and perfect or -1 on games. Ideally, I'd like to get to 173 plus, aiming to miss around 4 or 5 questions in total. In these last few weeks, what should I do to refine my technique and hit my goal score? PT average is, of course, a great place to be a couple weeks out, and the breakdown between reasoning and reading comp versus games is also quite typical. I've almost always found that the students who score in the 170s are typically getting perfect on games, maybe -1, then they're losing their points on each of the other sections. So at this point, I'd say broadly speaking, the thing to do is more practice tests and reviewing them in depth, maybe 1 or 2 practice tests a week, and then review. That's pretty much all you've got to do at this point. You're not getting the questions wrong because they're of a certain question type. You're getting them wrong because they're hard questions, and that's it. The student writes, should I only focus on drilling weak areas in logical reasoning? Should I keep taking more prep tests, or should I delay till April and see if I can more consistently score over 173? My concern with delaying till April is burnout, and I do feel mentally ready to take the exam now and not confident if I can drag it on a few more months. I'm not applying till next cycle. All right, so I kind of anticipated the question there, I guess. I hadn't even read the full thing. No, I don't think you should keep drilling weak areas in LR because I don't think you're going to have particular weak areas. If you're getting -3 or -4 on LR and -3 or -4 on reading comp, let's say, then you're getting a couple questions wrong in total on each of those 2 sections. I would be very surprised if all 4 wrong on LR were all of the same type. I would guess you're getting a parallel reasoning question wrong, maybe a method of reasoning question wrong, maybe a super tough strength and a weaken question wrong. But I'd be very surprised if there were a clear trend when we're dealing with such a small sample at this late stage of the game. I would say, regardless of whether you're taking it in February or April, I would, yes, take more prep tests. As for the question, should you delay till April? I don't see a reason why you necessarily should delay. If you're feeling like you're in a pretty good place, you've done a lot of work, at this point it's just refining, I'd say, yeah, you could go ahead and take it in February, but I wouldn't only take it in February because, as you said, you're applying next cycle and you feel mentally ready to take it now. You're also worried about burnout and not sure if you can spend another additional 2 months of studying. So I'd say take it in February, lock up that 170 plus score that you're likely to get. And then if you have the energy to keep driving, then yes, go for April in addition, but not instead. This is, I think, the more prudent and safe approach here because you're going to have that 170 plus on your score report, and then you can keep pushing to break the 173 mark and hit that top 1%, the 99th percentile of scorers, which would, of course, boost your odds even more for a T14 if that's where you want to go, or help get you a full ride somewhere else. And that's the medians for the T14 are typically going to be in at least the low 170s, but a lot of them are above 170 on the nose. They're going to be 172, 173, even 174. So yes, I'd say get yourself the 170 or so. Of course, we can drive you farther in just these last couple weeks, but if you want to maximize the odds of breaking 173, I would want you to have more time. Since you're not applying till next cycle anyway, you could take it in April or June in addition to February, and possibly all 3 of them, and then apply at the beginning of the cycle either way. Since you are scoring perfect or -1 on games, I would of course say when you are retake it in April or June. Don't aim to take it after June because then of course games are no longer going to be on the exam, and then you're going to have 2 sections of LR rather than only 1, and we know that games is of course your best section here. So if at all you can, go for April or June. If you're worried about burnout, maybe you give yourself a longer, more relaxed period of time to aim for June instead of April, but I'd say try for April. It may not require as much additional work as you think. It could be nothing more than just taking a timed exam per week over those additional 2 months or 8 weeks or so, review that exam, and have that be it. It could just be slowly building your understanding, deepening your pattern recognition, reviewing the hardest 5-star level questions, and then raising your average gradually over time. Don't make a retake more work than it needs to be or build it up in your mind more than it needs to be. It doesn't have to be burnout. It could just be as little as 5-10 hours a week, since, as you said, you're already mentally ready to take it now. We just need to raise the average a couple of points. And if you'd like my help in preparing for that retake, we're booked for February, of course, but if you're looking for April, June, or beyond, there are a variety of ways we could help you out. We have live online classes via Zoom, on-demand video courses, small group coaching, and one-on-one coaching. You can check out the links below the video to find out more and to book a call with me and my team. We'd be glad to help you out. And in the meantime, I wish you all the best and take care.